Hello everybody. Angie here. I am coming on to do my weekly make for the challenge that I have created here on YouTube, hashtag 1 to 6 picks challenge. Each week I do a roll of a single die, and whatever number that die lands on, I have to randomly select from my tub here that many of prompts and do a make with it. It can be anything that you want. It could be a collage, it could be a journal page, it could be a pocket, it could be a tag, you know, pretty much anything you want it to be. And for the most part, I'm making things that will fit inside my junk journal. But you know, if your craft is something else, you could make it something else as long as you use the prompts that were provided. And yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I put in this jar over 150 prompts. I just sat down one day and just started writing just some random things that came to my head, and typed them up and put them in there. So it can be a wide variety of selection that is chosen. Okay, so we are on week 17. I believe it's 17, July 7th, and the prompts that were chosen, I rolled the dice, I got the number 2, and the prompts that were chosen were gold and envelope. Okay, so I have to make something using those 2 prompts. Now, anything else that you choose to include into your make is totally fine. But as long as you have the prompts that were selected, you're good to go. All right, so I found this little envelope that I had in my collection there, and I thought gold would look really nice against that black. So I chose this for my envelope, and for gold, I have this little scrap piece of rose gold scrapbook paper, and I originally thought I would use that, and I may still, I don't know. But then on the gold tip, I started looking around and I pulled out some gold things. Excuse the crinkle. So I pulled out this beautiful little beaded lace trim here, and I pulled out some of this little, I don't know what you kind of call it, like maybe a boho style, vintage style trim here, and I love that. Isn't that pretty? So I pulled that out, and then when I pulled those out, I found this paper here, like a mesh. I'm not sure what you call this stuff, but it is absolutely gorgeous, and I thought maybe I'd use that. So between these things, we're going to do something. Okay, I thought what I would attempt to make is we would do a hidden paper clip. So I've got a paper clip here. We're going to get on into this, and I found this pretty image here, and this was something I printed up some time ago. I minimized it and printed it up and never used it. So I'm going to use these 2 pieces that go together here, and lo and behold, look at that. It fits almost perfectly. You can see a little bit of the black edge, and that is absolutely lovely. So I love those vintage, what do you call it, ladies there, Victorian ladies. So I thought I would use that as the front and go from there, and we build on that. Okay, so let's see what we could come up with. Now for the rose gold, I mean, I could, I'm thinking, because it's not quite big enough. So let's see if I can make this work. I may have to get another sheet of paper, but I would like to use that if possible. So let's cut that down and see what I can come up with. How's everybody doing? I'm sorry, I didn't ask how everybody was doing. I hope everybody's doing well. I'm doing good. And this envelope is 2 3/4, and I would like it to be just a little bit bigger. So I'm gonna go 3, and if I need to trim it down, I will. Okay, so let's see, if I fold this in half, let me see how that's, not that the back is really going to be seen, but we still want it to be pretty all the way around if we can. So let's see what we got. So I fold this. I guess it would work. But I was hoping to have a little bit of the rose gold go all the way around the outer edge. Or I could just do it where it's peeking out. I'm just getting my thoughts together here, guys. I know I want to do a hidden paper clip, but as far as the decorating, you know, we could have it peeking out like that. And then the back. Or I could just adjust that fold a bit. Something like that. Of course, I'm not measuring. Let's see. And just have it peeking out like that. And that will also stabilize the envelope a bit and hide the paper clip, is what I'm thinking. So, no, I don't like that. We'll put that aside for a moment. Let me look in my scraps. There's a little bit of blue in there. That might be okay. That's not too bad either. Okay, let's see. These are just cut-offs from a 12 by 12 sheet of scrapbooking paper that I had. I cut it down, and these are just scraps that I have left over. It's a little wide. I can trim that down. Let's see if we have that. That's what I'm going for. Maybe something like that. That's not too bad. I can work with that. I like that. Okay. So let me put a little tick mark where I want to fold it. And I don't know where my pencil is, so just use a pen. So right there. I'm pulling this out of sight just so I can see here what I'm doing. Okay. Yeah, I can live with that. Okay, let's go with that. Now, I think I'm going to bring this up. I want both the top and the bottom to be the same. So I'm going to give it a little lip here. Just so it'll look closed and complete, just like the top. Okay, I like that. I think I want to trim just the slightest bit off one of the sides. So let's do that. Let's see, where's my envelope? Let's check that out before I put my cutter down there. A little bit more. I'm being a little picky, but Much better. Okay. So where is my paper clip? So the paper clip will go like that. And then like that. I think. Maybe. Well, that will still show, won't it? So, Well, it doesn't have to be hidden, does it? I could just put it toward the back. I think that's what I'll do. Yeah. It's okay to change our minds, guys, right? I think I want about that, about halfway down, almost. Something like that. Yep. Okay. I know I keep changing my mind. Okay, I got it. That's what I want. We're going with it, guys. Okay, so let's close this one on up. It won't be a hidden paper clip, but it'll just be an altered paper clip. My glue's been sitting for a few days. So, unjam it here. There we go. Trim that little bit off. Okay, there we go. And then I want to put this on here. So let's do that. So I hope you guys are enjoying the makes that I'm doing each week. It is definitely a challenge sometimes, you know, it takes you out of your comfort zone and throws in prompts that, you know, don't always, or you would think don't always go together, but that's where the creative process comes in. You have to make it work and come up with something that you're, you know, come up with something that you like. Okay. That will work there, and I want that to sit on top there. Get that centered real quick. There we go. And that will make it nice and sturdy, having that extra layer of paper in the back. And I like that little bit of blue peeking out, because then you've got kind of accents and highlights the little bit of blue that's in the background of the image. Okay, and then for this one, since it goes with it, Let's see. I don't have any more of that paper left, so I will use a piece of this paper, which they go pretty well. And the image on here is light enough to where you can still write over the top of it. So this will be a little journal card that will nestle inside of that envelope. So let's cut that out. Okay, and then we got a nice little journal card. And actually, let's round those corners. Okay, that will go inside the envelope like that. I like that. So now we need to put some gold on here. So now I need to decide how we're going to incorporate some gold. I would love that if we could still see the beautiful image behind. And it takes away quite a bit of it, so we won't use that. That's pretty. That's very pretty. I could have tucked that underneath actually, those two layers, but I didn't think about it. And just have the beaded section coming out. That would be really cute. All right, well, that's neither here nor there. We're gonna move on. Let's see if I can find the end of this. Here we go. Oh, that's pretty. That's very pretty. Should I put it at the top or the bottom though? I think the bottom. All right. It is a little heavy, so I'm gonna use a little extra glue. Make sure that stays down. And right there. Give that a minute to catch. Trim this off. Piece this edge back together. Okay, here we go. Trim this edge. And piece this one back together. Glue on the end. Give it a hold. I hope the lighting is okay. I'm doing this video a little bit late, and I'm having to use the light from the ceiling there. Okay, I'm thinking, I just really like that. I wonder if I want to do one on the top as well. Why not, huh? Isn't that pretty? Or is it taking away from the image? I'm gonna go for it, guys. I like it. Okay. Trim this one. And glue the end down. I think that's really gorgeous. Okay. Now, I feel like we need something there. Do I put one single one? I've got this one I cut off. Let's try this. If I just take one, no, then I think we're getting in to be too much. Although I could clip it there. That might be fun, just to see it dangling out of the edge of your journal page. That might be kind of fun. Let me bring this in. We're just gonna bling this one out, I think, guys. What do you say? Let's try it. All right, I'm gonna be heavy on the glue because these trims are quite heavy. And I'm going to try and go around the edge of the flap there. Let's see how that looks. It's almost perfect in size, but not quite, but almost. And I think I need clips to help me hold this down till it dries. But we're going to make it work. Well, I said I wanted to make a paper clip. I didn't know it was going to be this blinged out, but I'm liking it. I love gold, if you can't tell. If you can't tell. get this down a little bit. I got to pull it closer to me so I can see. There we go. Bring that down to the edge. Much better. Cut that piece off. And of course, my scissors are not the best. And in these challenges, I'm trying my best to use what I have. Okay, I'm trying not to, and I've been doing good so far, not buy anything or print anything or anything like that. Just work with the inventory that I have available. Scraps, bits and pieces, things that are laying around, that I've shuffled around and haven't used. And I've been doing a really good job of that so far. Oh man, that looks really elegant, doesn't it? But we've still got that little bit. I don't know, should we just leave it? Or, probably should have put a piece of that down, huh? Let's see if I could still do it. We're gonna go for it, guys. We're just gonna have fun. Okay. And I may get lucky. I think about these things after. It's an afterthought sometimes, you know, but we still make it work. All right, I'm gonna try and tuck this underneath before it dries too much. And then I'll re-glue this down. There we go. Okay. Okay, let's tuck this in. Get it positioned where I want it. More glue. We're getting this down. Trust me, we're gonna get it down. Okay, trim that off. All right. And I still got that. I'll have to use that in another make on down the line somewhere. All right. It's not quite glued down, but it will. There we go. I think it's good enough where I can move it around now. It's going to take a little bit for that to really set well. All right. That's a little more elegant and fancy than I originally anticipated, but look at that, guys. What do you think? I think that's really pretty. We can see a little bit of the black envelope. That kind of gives a little bit of a framing. And then we've got the little bit of blue peeking through to kind of hold the paper clip in place. And that also accentuates a little bit of the blue in the image. And then there's our envelope. Let me see if I could trim this off. And then inside the envelope, I'll have a little journal card. Let me put a little more glue right there. I think that's pretty fancy. I like it. Wasn't exactly what I expected I would end up with, but I like it. Okay, let me grab oh, I could just use this right here. We'll imagine this as our journal page. Okay, show you how it would work. And you would put it on the right side of your page and just slide it in just like that. I think that's really pretty. That's a lot of fun. That should go like in a boho journal, I think. Or vintage, I guess it would be either or. But yeah, really fancy. I like it. Look at that. And then you open it up and you've got journal card in there. If I can get it out. There we go. You can write on the back, a little secret note, private note, and back in we go. And because of the weight of the little gold lace, I think that lays quite nicely. Okay, but you know that it's a flap and to open it. Okay, and you can remove it and put it on any page you like. Okay, I'm pleased with it. I really am. I like that a lot. Okay, guys, well, that's going to be it for me. The prompts were envelope and gold, and I definitely achieved that. Okay, I hope you guys like the make of my altered paperclip. I would call that I'm going to call that a vintage themed altered paperclip. You know, but I think it could also go like in for boho. I think that would also be a good theme for it to fit in as well. Okay, so just give you something else to think about. If you have some really, you know, dangly bits and gold bits and, you know, just match them up, put them together. I mean, look, we used this type of gold trim, we used this type of gold trim, and then we used some of this gold fibered paper. I don't know what you want to call it. Okay, with a beautiful image of these vintage ladies. And then we've got our paper clip and a hidden little spot with a journal card in there. All right, I'm pleased with that. I think I like it. I'm going to call that done, guys. All right, so I hope you guys like that. Gave you a little inspiration to maybe play with some pieces that you wouldn't normally use. Okay, very nice. And for next week, we need to pull our prompts. Okay, so I'm going to put that to the side. And I'm going to bring my bowl back in. I'm going to get the die out. Give these a mix. And I'm going to keep doing this every week until all these prompts are gone, guys. So feel free to jump in if this is something that interests you. Doing like just random makes with random prompts, they're really a lot of fun. Okay, join in at any time, and please, if you choose to do so, let me know. I would love to add you in my description box of my videos so you can be as easily found for others so they can see your makes as well as myself. Okay, all right, I just want to play with that. I really like it. Okay, so let's roll the dice, see what we get. 2 again. Wow. Okay, so I go to my bowl and we pull out 2 random prompts, and I promise I'm not looking. And we're pulling out 2 random ones. 1. Oh. 2. Is that 2? Yeah. Okay, let's see what we got. Glass or a bottle. And bling. That would have worked for bling, wouldn't it have? Now, how you interpret these prompts, of course, is completely up to you. Okay, so don't let that be too difficult. Don't think the process through too much. Just, you know, have fun with it and see what you come up with. So for next week, it is bling and glass or a bottle. You know, that could be like a mason jar, something like that. You know, whatever you want to do. We did 2 prompts. Okay, so that's what I've got for you guys. A lot of fun, a lot of fun. This is my altered paper clip, gold an envelope. And I've got a journal card inside there. I won't bother pulling that out again. And I've definitely got plenty of gold all the way around. And that goes on the right side of a journal page. I am very pleased with that. All right, guys, that's what I've got for you this week. For next week, it's bling and glass or bottle. Have fun. I hope you guys join in. Let me know if you choose to do so. I hope you found something of value in this video. If you do, please hit that subscribe button. Leave me a comment and a like. And if you want to join in, please let me know. I'd love to include you in my videos. As always, take care, God bless, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.